Hello, welcome back. Welcome back. I'm John, an old YouTuber. It's Thursday today, the 1st December. So we are in December months. And I just paid my rent, this apartment, and my bills, and my $1,000 in debt to my online loans and credit card debts. I'm just eat small pizza, make a video about that. So I'm almost finished. I need to put my camcorder on the charger. So let's do that. So I like to read about Windows 10. Been using Windows 10. This computer is too old to upgrade to Windows 11, or maybe it's not powerful enough. Maybe have too little memory on the graphic cards. Have only 2 gigabytes. But this is an Intel Core i5 7th generation. But this one was I have Windows 11 on this. And today I just buy my first two motherboards. And that was the old LGA 775 sockets. Because that's to the old Pentium 4, Pentium D, and Pentium Dual Core, Core 2 Duo, and the Quad Core. All this CPU can run Windows 10 because they need something called NX bit or XD bits and SSE2 and PAE. But this PAE they have from like Pentium Pro and Pentium 2 and 3. So that's old. And this SSE2 they have from all Pentium 4. But some of the old Pentium 4 Prescotts, the latest Pentium 4 Prescott for LGA 775, some of the CPU have this XD bit or NX bits on the CPU, so they can actually run Windows 10. So I did buy some old computers. I don't think it's this is a Pentium, but there's other kind of Pentium. The Pentium Gold, like Pentium G2000 or G3000, 4000. I don't think it's an old Pentium Dual Core, but if it's an old one, maybe that's LGA 775 slots on this, but I don't think so. I think it's a kind of Pentium G2000, 3000 something. I'm not sure. So I'd buy some, you can get it cheap, like $30, less $30. I got each motherboard, old gamer motherboards, including CPU and memory, like 4 gigabytes. I think it's DDR2 RAM. So I need to buy some of this Intel Core 2 CPUs and quad cores when I see it. And should be the 8000, 7000 or 8000. The high number. But everything they have, I have to test how fast it is. Could be the 7000 or the 8000. I got some 9000 Extreme Edition. Of course, the quad core. Actually, one of the motherboards I got have a quad core Q9400, I think. But it's soon 2 p.m. and just outside and got a package with a new external hard drive, and that's 150. That's close to 1,000 Danish kroner. That's 5,000 gigabytes or 5 terabytes. Because of the inflation, they're getting more and more expensive. So I have a packet there with a new 5,000 Western Digital So I have plenty of space, and I got 2000 gigabyte left on this, a little bit more than 2000 gigabytes. I don't have to worry about if I have I save a copy of this video. I'm not saving when I'm playing Truck Simulator. I'm not saving a copy. So I like to read about Windows 10. But how you install Windows 10 on this old 15 years old computers, I don't know, that's something I have to learn in the future. I think you could have Windows 10 on a USB key, so but I have to learn how to do that. If you build the old computer yourself and you like to install Windows 10, how to put it properly, you can find some video on YouTube. Just search Windows 10 how to install, or just type how to install Windows 10. So probably you can download Windows 10 to a USB key, and maybe in your BIOS you can boot, and if you build an old computer you can boot it. So it's, I don't know how to do it, but probably you can find some video about it on YouTube. So I will check my cell phone. No message, and 73% power. My alarm clock is on. I will take the lights off, and I have a Danish video. I will put the public. So I like to read this myself. This is why I do it, and it's much more easy to understand when we have this computer voice. It's reading loud. I'm reading the text at the same time, but probably I have to read this again because I'm Danish. I'm not English. English is not my mother language, and I cannot remember all this information. I cannot remember many thousands of pages information from Wikipedia, so I probably have to read this again in the future. And after the list of Intel CPU microarchitectures, I have to read about Xeon, and there show, read loud, activate, and read loud, read to end of documents.
Windows 10. Windows 10 version of the Windows NT operating system. Windows 10 logo.svg. Windows 10 desktop.png. Screenshot of Windows 10 version 22H2 showing the Start menu and Action Center in Light Theme. Developer Microsoft Triton Inc. C++, C#, assembly language. OS family Microsoft Windows Source Model Closed Source. Source available through the Shared Source Initiative. Some components free and open source. 1, 2, 3, 4. Released to manufacturing July 15, 2015. General availability July 29, 2015. Latest release 22H2, 10.0.19045.2311. The 15th of November, 2022, 5, plus or minus, latest preview 22H2, 10.0.19045.2311, the 15th of November, 2022, 6, 7, plus or minus, Marketing target personal computing available in 110 languages. 8. 9. Specific language packs included on the device depend on the mobile operator. For cellular connected devices, or device manufacturer. Additional language packs. Windows 10 is a major release of Microsoft's Windows NT operating system. It is direct successor to Windows 8.1, which was released nearly 2 years earlier. It was released to manufacturing on the 15th of July, 2015, and later to retail on July 29, 2015. 18. Windows 10 was made available for download via MSDN and TechNet as a free upgrade for retail copies of Windows 8 and Windows 8.1 users via the Windows Store, and to Windows 7 users via Windows Update. Windows 10 receives new builds on an ongoing basis, which are available at no additional cost to users, in addition to additional test builds of Windows 10, which are available to Windows insiders. Devices in enterprise environments can receive these updates at a slower pace, or use long-term support milestones that only receive critical updates such as security patches, over their 10-year lifespan of extended support. 19. 20. In June 2021, Microsoft announced that mainstream support for Windows 10 editions which are not in the long-term servicing channel, LTSC, ended on October 13, 2020 and extended support will end on the 14th of October, 2025. 16. Windows 10 received generally positive reviews upon its original release. Critics praised Microsoft's decision to provide the desktop-oriented interface in line with previous versions of Windows, contrasting the tablet-oriented approach of Windows 8, although Windows 10's touch-oriented user interface mode was criticized for containing regressions upon the touch-oriented interface of its predecessor. Critics also praised the improvements to Windows 10's bundled software over Windows 8.1, Xbox Live integration, as well as the functionality and capabilities of the Cortana personal assistant and the replacement of Internet Explorer with Microsoft Edge. However, media outlets have been critical of the changes to operating system behaviors, including mandatory update installation, privacy concerns over data collection performed by the OS for Microsoft and its partners, and adware-like tactics used to promote the operating system on its release. 21. Microsoft initially aimed to have Windows 10 installed on over 1 billion devices within 3 years of its release. Winking sad smiley 19. That goal was ultimately reached almost 5 years after release on the 16th of March, 2020. 22, and is by now most used version in virtually all countries. By January 2018, Windows 10 surpassed Windows 7 as the most popular version of Windows worldwide. 23. As of August 2022, Windows 10 is estimated to have a 72% share of Windows PCs. 23. Still 6.2 the share of its successor Windows 11, and 6.0 of Windows 7. The share has been declining from a January 2022 peak of 82%, 24, since Windows 11, which is now the second most popular Windows version in many countries. Windows 10 has a 58% share of all PCs, the rest being other Windows editions and other operating systems such as Mac OS and Linux, and a 22% share of all devices, including mobile, tablet and console. 25, are running Windows 10. On the 24th of June, 2021, Microsoft announced Windows 10's successor, Windows 11, which was released on October 5, 2021. 26. Windows 10 is the final version of Windows which supports 32-bit processors, IA32 and ARMv7 based, and devices with BIOS firmware. Its successor, Windows 11, requires a device that uses UEFI firmware and a 64-bit processor in any supported architecture. x86-64 for x86 and ARMv8 for ARM. 27. Contents. Development announcement. Release and marketing. Features, user interface and desktop. System security. Command line. Are available for download on the Microsoft Store pursuant to manufacturer and carrier support. List of languages: Afrikaans, Albanian, Amharic, Arabic, Armenian, Assamese, Azerbaijani, Bangla, Bangladesh, Bangla, India, Basque, Belarusian, Bosnian, Bulgarian, Catalan, Central Kurdish, Cherokee Chinese, Simplified, Chinese, Traditional, Croatian, Czech, Danish, Dari, Persian, Afghanistan, Dutch, German, Greek, English, United Kingdom, English, United States, Estonian, Finnish, Filipino, French, Canada, French, France, Galician, Georgian, Gujarati, Hausa, Hebrew, Hindi, Hungarian, Icelandic, Igbo, Indonesian, Irish, Italian, Japanese, Kannada, Kazakh, Khmer, Kh, Kinyarwanda, Konkani, Korean, Kyrgyz, Lao, Latvian, Lithuanian, Luxembourgish, Macedonian, Malay, Malayalam, Maltese, Marathi, Marathi, Mongolian, Nepali, Northern Soto, Norwegian, Bukmal, Norwegian, Norsk, Adir, Persian, Iran, Punjabi, Arabic, Punjabi, Gurmukhi, Polish, Portuguese, Brazil, Portuguese, Portugal, Quechua, Romanian, Russian, Scottish Gaelic, Serbian, Cyrillic, Bosnia and Herzegovina, Serbian, Cyrillic, Serbia, Serbian, Latin, Sindhi, Arabic, Sinhala, Slovak, Slovenian, Spanish, Spain, Spanish, Mexico, Swahili, Swedish, Tajik, Tamil, Tatar, Telugu, Thai, Tigrinya, Swana, Turkish, Turkmen, Ukrainian, Urdu, Uyghur, Uzbek, Valencian, Vietnamese, Welsh, Wolof, Xhosa, Yoruba, Zulu. Update method: Windows Update. Microsoft Store. Windows Server Update Services, SIS. Platforms: IA32, x86-64, ARMv7, 10, 11, ARMv8, 12, 13, 14. Kernel type hybrid, Windows NT kernel, Userland native API, Windows API.NET Framework, Universal Windows Platform, Windows Subsystem for Linux, IA32 only. Default user interface, Windows Shell. Graphical, License Drillware, 15. Microsoft Software Assurance, MS-DOS subscription, Microsoft Imagine preceded by Windows 8, 2012, Windows 8.1, 2013. Storage requirements. Online services and functionality. Multimedia and gaming. Font support. Editions and pricing, preview releases. Public release. Updates and support life cycle. Feature updates. Features in development. System requirements, physical memory limits. Processor limits. Reception, market share and sales. Update system changes. Distribution practices. Privacy and data collection. See also. References. External links. Development. At the Microsoft Worldwide Partner Conference in 2011, Andrew Lees, the chief of Microsoft's mobile technologies, said that the company intended to have a single software ecosystem for PCs, smartphones, tablets, and other devices. We want an ecosystem for PCs, and one for phones, and one for tablets. They'll all come together. 28, 29, in December 2013. Technology writer Mary Jo Foley reported that Microsoft was working on an update to Windows 8 codenamed Threshold, after a planet in its Halo franchise. 30, similarly to Blue, which became Windows 8.1. 31. Foley described Threshold